My founder note of the day: most deals don't die because your offer is bad. They die because your frame is. Now here's what I mean by that. Regardless of what the information you are sharing or someone else is sharing to you, you are always sharing it or receiving it in a certain frame. The frame will have an effect on how you or the other person acts or reacts emotionally or even sometimes physically. For example, let's say you're sitting at a doctor's office, right? And the physician says one of the following about a recommended surgery. Option A: this procedure has a 90% survival rate during the first 5 years. Or option B: this procedure carries a 10% chance of death in the first 5 years. If I told you that you had a 90% survival rate, then you would probably feel more of positive emotions because you're thinking about continuing to live. But if I told you that you have a 10% chance of death, then you probably would have more negative emotions because you're thinking about stopping to exist, right? Not continuing to live. And all of a sudden, you're probably thinking of not taking the surgery anymore. In this example, if the physician is able to get the patient to take the surgery or not, depends on how they frame it, right? Do they frame it has a 90% survival rate, or do they say it has a 10% chance of death, right? In sales, it's not too much different. It's actually quite the same. The better you are able to frame your offer, the higher close rates you'll have. The so to say right frame is created by focusing on the prospect world. You can do that by mirroring the pain point that they're feeling, showcasing a concrete solution, and showing them in general how they can become the hero who eliminates that pain. In contrast, how you create the wrong frame is by centering on you and your service or product, talking about its features or deliverables, the big brand logos that you work with, or just some other jargon, often leaving buyers to guess why any of it matters. When you frame the problem and payoff in the prospect's own numbers, timeline, and stakes, close rates climb. However, if you force them to translate abstract features or deliverables into benefits themselves, deals stall. So choose carefully what words you decide to use. The right ones can close you the deal. The wrong ones can create a hellhole full of objections.